and hopefully our KPIs come on screen. So I think it was acting a little bit funky, but hopefully we get our KPIs do show up. So let's go ahead, get your bets in, get your ATSs, set up your hard ways, set up your come out bets. As you know, I like to work my hard ways on the come out, and then get some horns on there, and then just go ahead and hedge my bets, get some big red just in case to see what the dice are doing. This will be my first roll for today. So let's see what the dice are doing. Sometimes when I do that, I'll start out with all the hard way set, 5-4, 5-4. Um, Bear with me because it looks like one of the cameras may not be acting right, and along with the other camera being a little bit too shallow. So let me go ahead and adjust those cameras just slightly. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Sometimes a little bit more difficult when you're on your own, trying to set up the cameras running back and forth. But I think we'll be able to get our bets in. So go ahead, get your bets, and let's start throwing our tosses to see what they're doing. So I'll start with 5-4, 5-4. Just kind of shows you on the camera. And the reason for that is I want to see what my toss is doing, where my finger placements are at, if I need to adjust for this session. If when we're getting too much yaw, too much roll, double pitching, so I'll kind of adjust. So we'll start out with a 5-4, 5-4. Go easy on our place bets. I believe today's table is going to be minimum of 15. I may have marked it on there as a table minimum of 10, but it's we had it at 15. So let's see what our finger placements and our release and our toss are doing. So 5-6 yo on the come out. So we have a 5-6 yo. So it looks like our KPI may not be registering, so bear with me. Seems that their system is not updating our numbers and rolls. I wonder why. Well, let me retry to open up the app because I'm not seeing showing up on screen for you guys. So let me go ahead in the meantime while that's loading up. I'll go ahead and readjust my come out bets. Yo came up, so I'll press my horns a couple of units. I see what's wrong. For some reason, our internet dropped off of this device. So let's go ahead. Give me a second while we reconnect. Bear with me a sec. It would help if we have internet, wouldn't that? That would be. There we go. Go ahead and connect automatically. I think that may have been the issue. Most likely that's what it is. Okay. So 5 6 come out. So we started with a 5 4, 5 4. So what did it rolled over? 1. So that means our thumb placement may be a little bit off. Yep. KPIs are showing up. So our first roll. Let's try to replicate that and see if that's what's happening. 6 1 7 come out. Hopefully we won't have a pattern as we had yesterday. I think I got a little bit too much. My thumb probably needs to come up a bit. So we did come in as a come out 7. So we did get a win here. Got 2 wins back to back. Let me go ahead and adjust my come out bets. Leave it at a $10 horn. Okay, 5 4, 5 4, and our thumb placement. Let's try it. That's a hard 6 on the come out, and it's a hard 6. So I'll kind of hit this spot right here, and that kind of did well. So I'll try to memorize or try to capture what the dice are doing. And once I know where they're landing, then I'll go in to try to capture how the dice are bouncing or where they're splitting off to, or how they're hitting the back wall. It's not easy, but y'all can do it. Okay, so our point is 6. So I'm still betting lightly, and until I understand what my dice are doing, I will press my hard ways. And as y'all know, I kind of said before, I kind of have a tendency to, after established point, more times than not, I'll get either another hard way or a horn bet, but also it can be the nasty number we do not care for, right? My apologies if you hear a noise in the background, but it's very, very windy over here in Spring, Texas, and I think I got our neighbor's lawn guy out there. They're making all kinds of noise and things are falling over in the backyard. So there we go. We got a back-to-back hard 6 that was in and out. So hard 6 for establishing point, and then another hard 6 to find that point once again. So, okay. Let's go ahead and place our bets on the come out roll. Because I already pressed my hard ways a bit. What I'll do is I'll leave my hard ways on. I won't start out with the initial $1 or $2 per number on my hard ways. Because I pressed them right now, I have them at a nickel. So what I'll do is I'll try to bump up my big red just to make sure I have those covered. Have the place bets covered. So we'll stick with the 5 4 5 4 right now as being nice to us. Try to look down, take a quick little glimpse, see where my thumb is doing, see where the white pips of the dice are, and how my thumb looks right now. So 4 6 10 is our point. That's 4 6 10. That's a 4 6 10. We'll go ahead and mark our 10 over there. I'm still cautious. This is just the first couple rolls, so I'm betting lightly. Probably just gonna bet inside in here and just see what our dice are doing. My hard 10 came down, but I'll go ahead and place that for a nickel because we saw 2 hardways come up, or back-to-back hardway 6, so we'll keep that. So what we'll do is Try to stay with the same grip, same finger placement. Try to get the same feel on the backswing and on the release. Oof, 437, 437. That was not a good number. So while that happens, I try to play back what is it that I just did. Kind of tweaked on my grip, my finger placement. Kind of tweaked it a little bit towards the inside. So let's not do that again. Normally kind of favors us, but for this time it did not. So let's not tweak it. Go ahead and place your bets, your ATSs, and let's see what we can do. So we did get 2 wins. So we started out with 2,000. Right now I'm just maybe down. Is it about $60? So it's not bad. Well, 63 is how much I'm down right now. So let's do 5-4, 5-4. I got a double pitch in there. So we'll try one more time on the 5-4, 5-4 before I go to my the dice set that I kind of like to favor a little bit more. 5-4, 5-4. Heart 6. We got a heart 6. So again, I'm aiming for that my sweet spot over there. That's what we're doing for today. Oh, sorry, that was a heart. That was a. Let me get this in here. Well, it was a heart 6. I kind of hit it and it rolled over, but had a heart 6 in there. Let's see if it comes back for us just like last time. Hopefully give us a couple of place bets before it comes again. Probably going inside. Going inside in here, so heart 6. So I'm trying to play back what I did, what my grip was, and try to replicate that once again. That's a midnight. That's a 6-6. And unfortunately, I forgot to place my horn bets. But for those of you out there that got into that, get on the horns, is a midnight, kind of leaning against the Gators, but you can see it. It's a 6. So one of the things at the casinos, at least for some casinos, I was asking them to see how do y'all call those numbers that that the die is kind of leaning against the Gators? Because sometimes it favors you, sometimes it doesn't. And I said, well, it can go either way, right? Because I mean, you can't fall forward when you're leaning against something. You have to fall back. Why don't? Especially when it favors us, the players around the table. And they said, no. For some casinos, what they do is they tell them is if the die is leaning against the Gators, they will assume that as if the Gator wasn't there and the dice would have fallen forward instead of bouncing back from there. So at times it favors us and it works great. Sometimes it doesn't. My choice would be if the casino's always going to win money anyways. Is if it's not going to favor one or the other, or maybe it will, maybe it won't. Is why don't you just ask for a reroll? I mean, the odds are still in the casino's table, in the casino's favor, but just go ahead and re-roll again. That way, everybody's getting another fair chance. Okay, we have a 1-5-6. We have a 1-5-6, which was our point. So we have a winner Winner, 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 chicken dinner. 156. I'll be honest with you, I was hoping that we had the hard 6 back, but that didn't happen. But I'll take the easy 6 any day. Okay, so this dice set's doing good. At least everybody's grip is slightly different. There is the foundational understanding, like Howard Rock and Roller, Alfredo from Texas Crap Shooters, Heavy, Dom. They have foundational visions, placements and rotations and swings, and it's absolutely right. But for each player, at least from my thoughts, my opinion, and take it with a grain of salt, um, you have to adjust a hair towards your toss. So now we got a 617 on the come out. Once you learn your toss, and after several practices, it takes a long time. Many tosses and throws and releases and feet spots. Kind of adjust it for what your grip is doing, what your finger placement is doing, and maybe bet accordingly. So sometimes somebody's thumb is bigger than others, and index fingers and stuff like that. But you just kind of adjust slightly. At least that's what I think. Like, my hand is different from the next person, and my dexterity is different, my grip. So you just kind of had to maybe use their foundational understandings of the pros who teach us and share their information with us, and they're willing to allow us in what they originally started with, and adjust a hair according to where our hands are doing, what our tosses are doing. I'm gonna come out and another 617, 2 617s. So I'm thinking I need to go ahead and adjust my thumb placement. I think I got too much thumb placement. Got another 617 on the come out roll. Bear with me, we may have to adjust this. Okay, so go ahead, get your bets in. We got 2 617 back to back. So we'll adjust our grip ever so slightly. Two, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6 on the come out. Got a 2, 4, 6. Okay. I know the 6 has been nice to me today. I got multiple 6s. I know that comes around, but also big red's been showing up. So let's go ahead, and this will be our final set of the 5-4-5-4. I'm still playing just the inside right now, and I got my my horn bets after I establish point. That's just me. Everybody's different. Oh, bear with me just 1 second. I'm gonna pause for a second. I'll be right back. My apologies, folks. I had actually my my daughter-in-law, she came over to visit and brought her puppy. We had puppies, and they adopted one of them, and we're getting ready. 516. We got 516 again. So we established point for an easy six. We got a 516. So we found our point. So we got a win, got another win. And this time actually let's see, 516. So we didn't get a hard six, but we got an easy six. So that is good. So we found our point again. And my son, my daughter-in-law's husband, Kevin, he's going to be graduating the Air Force Academy. So that'll be nice. We'll be go visiting him next week in his graduation, and she came over, and we had pugs, and they adopted one. She's a very good pug parent. We love pugs. They got that mushy face. Okay, so we're looking for point. We're looking for another point. I'm still staying with a 5-4-5-4 because I think I'm getting the feel for this dice set right now. So I'm gonna try to stay within that set for right now before I switch over. Okay, we got 5-4-9. Our point is 5-4-9. So we'll establish our point. That is 9. We got a new point, 5-4-9. Now 5-4-9 hasn't come up too. The nines haven't come up too much. So I'll kind of remember in my head exactly what's happening and how I will be placing my bets. Because we got a lot of sixes. We got a lot of sixes. I'll place my horn bets. So we'll go with a 5-4-9. Or with 5-4-9, we just had this one roll. We had our sweet spot in there. We'll see what we're trying to do. See if we can get back-to-back nines. Or at least the six, because the six was doing very good for us. 5-1-6. You got a 5-1-6. Remember I was talking to you about the that six being nice to us. So at least on my place bets, my six will start getting to grow. I'll start pressing him a little bit more aggressive. Get another six. Okay, 5-1-6, 5-1-6. So let's bump that up. Let's press that six. And I'll probably now also bump up on the hard six, because last time we also got hard sixes. So one interesting thing, that both my daughter-in-law and my son, they're not dice influencers, but when they come over, and especially Kevin, he gets here and starts tossing. He gets some amazing rolls. You'll be amazed. I'll be saying like, what the heck is happening? I'm here practicing, trying to influence, trying to target my throws, where they're landing, my rotation, my pitch, my rolls, my yaws. He comes down here and does some amazing rolls. Oof, 6-1-7. We got a 6-1-7 out. So we still had made a little bit of money, but 6-1-7 out on this one. So at least for this shooter, we got 10 rolls before he's 7'd out. But Kevin does some amazing rolls. He's not of a practicing. He just comes up, gets a dice set that for that instance he likes those numbers or likes the pips showing the certain way, and he starts throwing. And we're talking about 20, 30 plus rolls. It's just amazing. But he's not much into practicing here with me. He's always taking care of his family, and him and her are out there taking care of their school and work. But when they do come around and they visit us every now and then, every couple of weeks, it's nice for them to come over. We spend some time, chat, get some nice grub, and we also have puppy play dates. So their puppy, remember, is the one from the litter from Penny and Paco from our pugs. and they have a good time. The parents love to meet their baby again, right? Especially Penny. I guess she likes to see her puppies once again. Let me see. Now we're gonna go with the 4 5 6 5 set. Remember we were doing the 5 4 5 4. I think we got like maybe 10 rolls, and then we sevened out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go with the 4 5 6 5. That's kind of one of my go-to dice sets from stick left one. So we'll do that to go to the 4 5 6 5 with my finger placement similar to what we were doing before on all hardware set. And hard 4 on the come out. So we got hard 4 on the come out. So we're establishing point as a hard 4. So right now I'll probably bet a little bit more aggressive. Not something normally that people should do, but for me, I kind of got the sense and feel what was happening with the hardware set and what my dice were doing, and sometimes it favors me. Um, because now I know what my dice set could be doing. Doesn't mean that I'm perfect and everything works just exactly the way that I envision it, but I'll go a little bit more aggressive on these tosses. Try to go aggressive, 1 2 hits, and then regress my place bets. That way I'm working on the house's money. So let's try to see if it works out that way. Sometimes we plan for one thing and something else happens, but let's see if we can get either another 4 or 10. So it's a 5 4 9. So we got a 5 4 9. So we already got one hit. So I got my 9 place for 100, so that pays 140. Put my horn on, a little bit of a horn on there. So let's see if we get one more hit, and then we'll regress. One more hit, and then we'll work on the house's money. Even if it's small, we can always build up from there. But I guess I'll have to be cautious that if it doesn't work out that way, I have enough bankroll that I can try to recover and be more moderately and try to recover that. So let's go one more hit. So 4 5 9, another 9. We got another 9. We got 2 9s back to back. That was a 4 5. So that's good. I still had my 9 for $100, a black chip. That paid another 140. So now I've made about 280 from the table. So I'll regress my bets now. Okay. I'll probably make my 9 place that one for a quarter. So I have that one for 25. So I regressed pretty much most of everything on the table. I think I bought the 10 and have the 9 for 25 because I already hit back to back. But now I'm working the house's money. So now right now I have 174 across all my bets on the table. I made $260 already. So if I subtract that, so we have what, around 30, around 90, a little bit under $90 that we already have in profit. So we all want more than that, but 90 is 90. 90 is 90. I'm not going to complain. Oh, 527, 527. So here's one of those moments that we got in, got our money, got out. So the 527 kind of took us out, but we stayed with the profit still. We still have a profit, and the profit is $86. So not bad. We really want to get into double-digit rolls, but right now we only made it to 4. Versus trying to sit there and little by little make money. That's how it kind of started, making small bets and try to work my way up. But man, was it exhausting. It was very frustrating, exhausting. I ended up losing more than I was winning. So I need to figure out what is it that I can do to not lose so much money. Because little by little, you think you're moving ahead, but it's one step forward, two steps back. And because I like to do place bets on the horns and the hard ways, that was costing me money. So we'll stick with the 4-5-6-5. Probably adjust my position a little bit. And this will be a come out roll, so get your bets in there. So it's not always perfect, but get in, get the money, get out, and then build up from there. Versus to try to work it little by little, and it's exhausting, mentally exhausting. So 6-6 midnight. We got box cars on the come out. So remember, I like to place my horn bets on the come out, so I did make some money on here. So I did make some money. Okay, I made $30 off of that roll. So we'll repeat last bet. Thank you, Crapsees, for that capabilities. And I'll press my my horn bets a little bit. And we'll go back to the same dice set, 4-5-6-5. And hopefully my pass line will come down. I mean, I'll lose my pass line, but if I get another horn, because I pressed it, it'll work very well in my favor. Oof, a little bit deep. 3-4-7. All right. So, but it is a come out roll. So we did win. And plus, I'm hedging on the big red. I'm hedging my bets. So it's not a loss. It is a win for me, even though it's just a win for $6, but it's still a win. Let me regress my my horn bets to my initial. Let me have a $8 horn. And come out roll, get your bets in there. Let's see if we can get a yo. Not too many numbers were established, so all the ATSs get to be placed back. Okay, 6-1-7. It seems we're getting a pattern like yesterday. So the same thing was happening yesterday. That sevens were a little bit above normal. So I need to adjust my hand grip slightly to counter that. Because I'm seeing, I think I was high up that we were getting a lot of sixes. Now we're about, we have 7 6s and 8 7s. So let's go ahead and just adjust our finger placement. And let's see, we can adjust also our landing zone. That's a hard 4 on the come out. We got a 2-2 on the come out. I have my hard ways working, so we did make a little bit of money on there. So here's our 4. So for those of you tuning in and working out your hard ways, you've made some money. So just for me, and I keep kind of repeating this, I like to work my hard ways and my horn on the come out. Then after I establish point, I'll go ahead and actually place my horn bets a little bit, because I have this red chip. That means something's gonna happen. And y'all, if y'all watched before, many times y'all get something, whether it be a yo or AC Doocy, a midnight, or a horn number. Let's see if we can replicate that. I wouldn't mind if we get another hard 4. AC Doocy. Didn't I tell you that there was going to be one of those horn numbers? And here it is. That's a 2-1-3. That's a 2-1-3. Everybody is different, but for me, it's just more often than not, after I establish points, something happens. This is why I always have a red chip. and I tell myself, okay, the next chip I'm probably going to get a regular point, so we'll go ahead and just sometimes I do get it back to back, so I will press it at least a unit or two. Let's press it. Let's go for a $20 horn, and let's see what happens. It's just odd. I don't know why. So here we go. Part 4. Congratulations for those of you that were placing your bets. We got a hard 4. So we got a hard 4. Dun, dun, dun. Good. I made some pretty penny on that one. I made 265. I lost my horn, but I won't mind losing 20 and making 265. I'll take it every day of the week. Doesn't always work that way. So put our chips back. That way I know I'm starting over again. 5, 4. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 5 is the dice set I'm using for right now. Trying to remember how I'm placing my fingers, how I'm gripping each and every time. The placement. I'll kind of take a glance down to see where my thumb placement is according to the pips and the little whites of the pips and the contrast. And then where my hand is placed and the position of the table, using kind of the designs on the tables. I'll say, okay, this is what I did. I had my dice here and I kind of gripped it like this, and I did this motion and adjusted my thumb accordingly. Now my thumb looks just enough towards the little white spot that I had before. And just try to replicate it. It doesn't always work, but consistency at least is better for me. Aces coming out. You got snake eyes coming out. So come out snake eyes. That made it some change. We got $30 on that one. Okay, get my big red to hedge my bets. Press my horn. So right now I'm cautious because I'm getting all the small. I'm working on the small. I think we're just missing the 4, the 5, and 6. 6 being one of the most common, right? So I won't be surprised if we establish a hard 6 as a point, or 2, 4. Those have been coming up often. Oof, 2, 5, 7 on the come out. 2, 5, 7. Oh, that knocked her. Especially the aces, snake eyes, and AC deucey. Those are kind of hard for me. Especially the aces. AC deucey, it comes often. So when I have something like that, I say, okay, I have a chance of making the small. Or if I get box cars, I have a chance of making the tall. But it didn't work that way. So I also lost my hard ways. So because I hedged properly with a big red, I made $2 off of it. I did make $2. So even I lost my hard ways, I didn't really lose money because I made it up a different way. It'll be nice if a hard way would have hit, especially the hard 6. Okay, I need to adjust my my hedging, because I think I had a little bit too aggressive on my hedge because I had left it from the previous bet. So let's go ahead, and we're on our 8th roll for this shooter. 8th roll. That's a 5, 2, 7. They kissed at the back end of the table. So we got a 5, 2, 7. So that is another win. There's a come out 7. So that is another win. I like where the dice landed, but what it looks like is like one of the dice landed on top of another one and it slapped the sister dice down. But I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to still keep with the same dice set, 4, 5, 6, 5, because it is making us money. we started with 2,000. Right now I'm at 2,378. So we're $378 in profit. Okay. That's a 5-6 yo on the come out. So that is a win. That is a very good win. We have another back-to-back win. This time is with the yo. So we didn't lose our pass line. We keep our pass line. So we get to keep our pass line and our horn. I'll just go ahead and replace my big red. Because I'm gonna go ahead and press my horns, I want to press my big red a little bit just to cover those bets, cover that money. Let's see if we can get a back-to-back. Sometimes what I'll do also is I just tell the dice table just to go ahead, or the stick man just go ahead and parlay it. I'll tell you one story. When we were on a cruise ship just about a couple weeks ago, I was messing around with the casino, at least with the new dealers on the table. So every time a horn would hit, so it's got 6 to 8, easy 8. So let's say I had a horn for $5, horn high AC deucey, and it would hit. Next time around, I'll place a horn high yo. So they were on all, and I had to place in a different corner. And then if it would hit again, I'll place it in the other corner. That would be horn high midnight. And so I had a bet on horn high AC deucey, horn high yo, horn high midnight. And then if we hit again, I'll go ahead and place another nickel. This time with horn high aces. So the dealers started to remember what the heck I was doing, and they were saying, "Are you Mickey Mousing?" So they would have to be doing some adding and subtracting, some multiplying. So it drove them bonkers. But the pit boss was there. He was cracking up. He was cracking up at what I was doing, and the dealers every now and then it's like, Vince gonna do the Mickey Mouse. So they remember that I was putting every time I would hit. And honest to God, sometimes I wouldn't be tossing. Some other people would be tossing, but they would be hitting horn numbers back to back, one after another. I made some pretty chunk of money there. I was just being goofy. I said, what the heck? Let's give the dealers a hard time. I would throw some money out for the dealers also, so it wasn't just me making money off of that. The dealers also made some money. So 1-3-4, we got an easy 4, 1-3-4. But this started saying, "Oh, Vince's gonna come here and do the Mickey Mouse thing again," and it happened multiple times. It only happened on the single cruise ship, the same trip. It happened twice. It wasn't the same day. I think it was an 8-day trip. It was an 8-day trip, but it happened twice. That I was doing that Mickey Mouse thing, and I was cracking up. I was making money. I was just having fun. I was just collecting chips, just being goofy with them. It happened twice, not with the same shooter. Unfortunately for the shooter, what was happening is that because he was doing that, I think it was on trying to find point. It was on the come out rolls. He was getting a lot of horns, and he was losing money on his pass line. And he will double up, and then he will triple up and double that. He was losing money, and then he actually kind of went down, but it was a good gentleman. He was very tall, maybe like 6 foot something. Compared to me, right? I'm kind of more on the vertically challenged side. But what I did is so we got 5-3-8, 5-3-8. So we did find our point. So we have another win. Cha-ching ching. We made some money. But the gentleman, we kind of became friends, got to know each other and knowing his tosses. He was a 6-2, 6-3 rollers where I picked up the number from. I picked it up from him. That dice it and where he was throwing it in his rotation and pitch. I throw some money at him and say, "Look, you're making me money. I'm acting goofy. I'm placing stupid bets just because I'm having fun." But I saw he was losing his pass lines. I said, "Look," he said, "Why you give me this?" I said, "Because I made money off of you. I mean, I'm grateful for what you're doing. I'm being goofy here, having fun with the dealers, and you're tossing, but I also don't want you to lose money. I mean, by gosh, we're all here trying to make money, right?" So I said, "At least your pass lines. Here's some money just to cover some of your pass line money, because you made me money." We became good friends. His wife, and we saw a couple times each other at the casino. Gave us some steak dinner, so we kind of went out and enjoyed that. But it's just placing the Mickey Mouse bets. The casino or the dealers called it the Mickey Mouse bets. I was making money, and I said to the shooter here, he was paying stick right one. So we're looking for point now. 5-6 yo on the come out. Another win. 5-6 yo. We got another win. That was a nice win. So we got wins back to back. So I think the table's kind of doing nice. For those of you joining in and placing your bets, we're all making money here. That's what it's all about, right? So let me press my my horns. So we are making some money. That's very good. But that's kind of what I did. I mean, I know you don't have to throw money at the players, but especially as the shooters. But especially on the cruise ship, you get to know the people. The very first day, everybody's got money and they're itching to burn through that money. So I'm cautious on how I place my bet on the very first day. 4-6. So our point is 4-6. So very the first and second day, I'm very cautious how I bet. I've learned that the hard way. I can't say it was an easy lesson. It cost me money to earn this, but at least from my experience, and again, it's just my opinion. When you go on a cruise ship, the very first day when everybody's itching to go to the casino and try to make the quick money to cover all their cruise ship costs, they burn through money like there's no tomorrow. I've committed the mistake. So and a lot of people random rollers get the dice and just whack over there or throw them off the table. So I'm cautious, trying to even go to the dark side at times, bet on the dark side if the table is freaking cold. And just from there, by the third or fourth day, people have burned through their money. So we got a 6-3-9. By this first or second day, people have burned through that money that were itching to get out of their pocket and out of their safe. And by the third, fourth day, you have more of the people that are kind of more consistent and they have a big bankrolls and they really are into playing craps. And those are the people you get to know because I mean they'll come back once again. And you'll see them day after day because I mean I'll go and enjoy a dinner, go to the spas, go to the jacuzzi, go to a show, and then come back. And then you get to know them. But the people you saw on the very first day, very often they'll spend their money in the first 2 days, third, fourth, fifth, especially on long cruise trips. You won't see them much too often. They'll come back, throw a couple $100 on there. Oof, 167. So 167 out. So let's see how much money we made off of this shooter. So we got 17 rolls on this shooter. We got 17 rolls, which is not bad. I kind of wasn't betting as aggressively as I would like to because I was kind of chatting, and when you kind of chat, it kind of distracts me a bit. But I did make 300 off of the shooter. 17 rolls in, which is not bad. Very, very good. If I would kind of bet aggressively like I normally do, or probably would have been up in good chunk of money. But I was kind of just chatting, telling you a story, and just betting a little bit more moderately. So after we left, I left 169 on the table, and I took 300 off the casino, so it's not bad. So place your bets. This is gonna be a come out roll. It's a $15 table. Sorry, on the website or at least on the YouTube description, it says probably a $10 table. I just accidentally said it was a $15 table. So let me get this widescreen. So what I do is I have actually kind of monitored a little bit what the YouTube channel is doing. So let's see what time we have. It's 12:23. Let's see if we can get maybe one good roll in there or two small ones. But let's try to do it one more time. So far, it's not that bad. Our bets are doing good. So this is a come out roll. We'll stick with the 4-5-6-5. Honestly, I didn't monitor what my dice were doing on this last toss, see where I landed. Kind of just talking, telling the story, and throwing and seeing what landed, what numbers popped up on the other end. I probably should have paid a little bit more attention, but It's just weird stories. Everybody's got their stories at the casinos, and especially at the craps tables, because it can be very nice for everyone. 6 to 8. So we got a 6 to 8. So my eights haven't been as strong as my sixes. Doesn't mean that it won't show up, but it hasn't been as strong as my sixes. My sixes have been very strong, at least for this early in the morning. So we'll go ahead. I'll kind of be aggressive on this right here, 1 or 2 points, and then I'll go ahead and reduce my place bets. I'll probably have. Let's see. Remember, I have my red chip. That means something's gonna happen. Hopefully, let's see. We get a good horn, hard way. Hard to 8 wouldn't be that bad, and see if we can make some money. I'm hoping for at least 1 or 2 points, and then so I can regress my place bets because I am being a little bit more aggressive. Hopefully, we get at least 2 points. So it's a 3, 5, 8. We found our point. We won. We did win. We're a winner. It wasn't a hard 8, but I'll take the easy 8. 3, 5, 8. So we won. Winner, 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 chicken dinner. And luckily, my daughter-in-law came to join us, so we gotta go get something to eat because I'm starving. I'm starving. I went to the bank earlier this morning, and you never go to a grocery because my bank happens to be inside a grocery store. I won't mention the name because I'm not trying to advertise for them. But let's say their self-checkout registers are freaking long. But I was hungry. I went to the bank. It's inside the grocery store, and guess what? When you go to the grocery store and you're hungry, you buy a lot of crap. I bought a lot of it. Doritos and candy and yeah. I know better, but still, I like snacks. I'll be honest with you. Every now and then, I'll like to get a snack here and there, and I munch on something. So place your bets. This is a come out roll. Place your bets. It is a come out roll here. Oh, kind of hit a little bit incorrectly here. I was thinking I was still on point. So place your bets. So probably gonna grab something to eat because we're hungry. No, I dice it. So one of the things, especially when you're at the tables, because I try to at least memorize how my fingers look, how the pips look against my thumbs when I raise them up. When I raise them up, I say, okay, I was doing the 4, 5, 6, 5. I happened to do the 4, 5, 5, 6, and when I raise it, I say like, whoa, this doesn't look right. Something doesn't look right. So I said, oh, I gotta correct it. That's if you keep consistent. One of those of you that keep changing die sets and what face values are on the die, it kind of throw you off because you never know what it's supposed to look. And you're at least I'm a repetitive person. The 3, 2, 5 is a point. If something looks off, if something's consistent and I do that habitually, something is off. I have a sense like, okay, something doesn't look right or something doesn't sense right. And you go back and correct it. So that's kind of what happened right now. Instead of the 4, 5, 6, 5, I had 4, 5, 5, 6. So we established points 5. Let's see if we can establish one more point. I would like to get one more point, preferably an actual point or a hard way. But in case we have a horn number, I have my chip ready. So we'll stay with the 4, 5, 6, 5. I'd rather get a point because that's going to make me a little bit of money in the way I can regress my bets. Because last time I only hit point once. Try to control my breathing. Oof, it did not. It did not favor us. It gave us a 3, 4, 7 out. So it did cost us because I was being aggressive. But that's how a cookie crumbles. But it doesn't mean that we're completely down. I think we're down maybe 300 from initial buy-in. But we have time for one more roll, and then we'll call it a session because probably later on today we can try to do one more session. So remember, I have that red chip. So red chip means something's gonna happen. That's the dangerous one. So let's see. But all in all, it's not that bad. More sevens that I would like. More sevens that I would like, but they're coming up in decent opportunities, especially in the come out. So let's try it again. Okay, there we go. Come out 7, 4, 3, 7. So there's another die set that I like to try, which is the 6-2, 6-3. On the die set, I like to kind of throw it a little bit more deeper into the table, almost close to the wall. So let's do that. Let's go with the die set, and we'll change it to 6-2, 6-3. I like to do less rotation on this one. I don't do too much rotation. Okay. I like to grab it just by the tips of my fingers. I don't keep it parallel to the table and try to place it right in the back wall. 639. 639 is my point. Now I'm very cautious with this toss because there's moments that it favors me very well. I can get into a double digits tosses. But what I like to do is going aggressive with this toss, 1-2 hits, and completely regress down. Hopefully, one of those hits is either going to be a 4 or 10 because it pays double. But if not, I'll try to get the hits because if it hits double, probably after the first hit, I'll regress. Sometimes I'll risk it out to a second hit. But if one of those is a 4 or 10, very nice, especially if both of those are a 4 or 10. So we'll go again with the same die set. 6-2, 6-3. Okay. A little bit of a backswing. AC Deucey. AC Deucey on the come out. Remember, red chip means something. Got a horn. So we made money off of that. Let's try to see if we can replicate that. I would hope to get a, I'll press my horns. Hope to get an actual point, preferably 4 or 10. Because that pays double. That pays double. Six five yo, 6-5 yo. Remember, I had pressed that we just got another horn previously, and then I pressed my horn. I got another horn here. So here is where there's danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. I got 2 horns back to back. So what I'll do is I'll regress my bets, at least to table min, just because I got another horn already. If I get a point, I get a point, and my box numbers, I'll make a little bit of money off of it, and then I'll press again heavily. We'll go 6-2, 6-3, because I got a horn back to back. I'm a little bit cautious at times, and just superstition, or at least to see, kind of familiar with my tosses are doing. Not always right, but gotta be safer than sorry. A little bit of a backswing. 369, we found our point. 369, winner, 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 chicken dinner. 369, we did win. We found our point. Dun, dun, dun. So there's our 639. So place your bets. This is a come out roll. I got to hedge properly because I was placing my bets. I had pressed my hard ways. So I got to hedge properly. So let's try it once again. We'll stick with the same set. I promised you guys that I was going to be kind of throwing with the same dice set. I change too often. Maybe in another show, I'll what I do is after I throw in a certain set a couple times, I'll switch it, maybe a roll up, roll down, or change another set for a roll or two, and then come back to this one, to whatever dice set I have set up for. A little bit of a backswing. Midnight, 6-6 midnight. Woohoo! So now that I have my yo and my midnight, it doesn't always work that way, but I know that now I have a chance to make the all tall. So the only numbers we're missing on the all tall, it was a come out roll. So we did lose a pass line, but I'll repeat my bets. So because now I have my yo and my midnight, and I'll press my horn numbers. I'm only missing the 8 and the 10, and you know the 6 and 8 are numbers more common to show up. So we'll go to 6-2, 6-3. I'm hoping to get a 10, even if I establish it as point. I prefer a hard 10, honestly, because I can make some money from that. So I press my horn. There's a come out roll. So we're still looking for a point. And there's the hard 10. There is the hard 10. Speaking of the hard 10, it showed up. I was just speaking about that. I would like a hard 10. So our point is 10. Okay, we found the 10 with a hard 10. Right, ta-da! We got the hard 10. So all we're missing for the talls is going to be an 8. So because now I'm gonna press my horns, because remember I got my first chip, which I know I'm finding point in 2. Something's gonna happen. So because I'm missing the 8, many of the times I know a dice set that has a tendency to give me the 8, which is gonna be the 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 5, and has a tendency to give me an 8, right? Because it rolls over 1. I'll start with something like this. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find the 8. Hopefully, it's good to us. Okay, because I can stick with the same set, 6-2, 6-3. Let me see if I can find us the 8. Okay, doesn't always work perfectly, but let me see if I can find us the 8. Honestly, I would probably just stay with a 6-2, 6-3, but let's see if we can find the 8. 5-6 yo, 5-6 yo. So I'm in there for 5-6 yo. I do have my horn bets in there. So I made money. So we did make money there. It was not bad, not bad. The second toss. Yep, second. Okay, so let's go with the 2-4, 2-6 dice set, which is kind of my 4-5, 6-5, but I kind of just roll it down once and see if we can find that 8, because that 8 would give us the all tall. Oh, we got the 2-5-7, the 2-5-7. I was looking for the 2-6, not the 2-5. So we 7'd out after the 9th roll. We were looking for the 2-6, not the 2-5. So sorry, folks, we didn't find the 8. It was 1 point short. So I made $6 off of that one. What do you think, Mija? Should we do the final session to 12:45? I think we started at 11:45. Yeah. All right. She's the chief, and she said yes. So you want to thank her? Give her a thumbs up. And this is just me. This is me being cuckoo en la cabeza, right? Whenever something like that happens and the 8, it was the point that was needed, on the next roller, I have a tendency of placing either the easy 8 or the hard 8 a little bit heavier than normal. Because Lady Luck kind of sticks her tongue at you and says, here's the 8 that you're missing for in the toss before. It's not always like that. So let's stick with the 6-2, 6-3 because it was doing good. We just happened to be chasing the 8 and it punished us a bit. So we'll stick with the 6-2, 6-3. Sorry you hear noise in the background, but our neighbor's lawn guys out there mowing away. 3-4-7. So as a come out, we were looking for a point. So 3-4-7, we've won. We're winning. Not the number that I wanted, but we still won. We made money off of that. Okay, let's do repeat last bet. Thank you, Crapsee, for doing that. Because it saves me a whole lot of time. Get y'all's bets in there. Because before, since I didn't know a couple of features in Crapsees, I had to go in there and start clicking away. Click, 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 click. 5 minutes later, I was finished with all my clicking, or halfway through, especially when I'm watching other channels, like the Hawaiian Crap Shooters, Texas Crap Shooters, a couple other gentlemen. But what happened was before I can get all my bets in, because I had so many weird bets, I didn't know about the feature, it would time out. So you know what? No more bets. It's like, oh, I didn't get all my bets in time. But that repeat last bet from Crapsee does help save some time. So a little bit of a backswing. 1-4-5 is our point. 1-4-5. And we'll stick throughout the whole thing with this dice set. Let's see how far we can take it. And the dice set is a 6-2, 6-3. Right now our point is 1-4-5. So we'll stick with this dice set. We're not going to chase it. If we happen to get most of the numbers and getting into the establishing point or the ATSs, we'll stay with this dice set. We're not going to go and chase it. It is what it is. We're here to have fun, here to learn, right? 6-2, 6-3. I correct my finger placements as I did before. 6-3-9, 6-3-9. So the dice kissed on the back end. Honestly, I don't like when I hear the click when they bounce around and they hit each other and kiss, and then one goes flying one way and the one drops dead right there in the spot. Gives me the heebie-jeebies when that happens. It's like, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like when it does that. So, okay, we got to 1 point. I'm hoping for a 4 or a 10. 4 or a 10. So we go to 6-2, 6-3. So I can regress my bets. So let's go finger placement. I get the same sense and feel that it feels, the dice feel the same way as it tossed before. Aim for my landing spot, control my breathing. AC Doocy. AC Doocy. Got a horn number. I do have horn bets placed, so I did make money off of that. So I'll go ahead and press it a little bit, just a little bit. And honestly, when I'm at the casino table and something like that happens and I got a little bit of a horn, I'll just parlay it. I'll just parlay it, hoping for another back-to-back. But right now, I'm just being very conservative. I'm being conservative right now. Just having fun, enjoying the tosses, chatting. Although my tummy is going rah 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 rah, it's hungry. It's growling at me. Oh, 437. Dun dun dun. That's all she wrote, folks. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We weren't able to make it as far as I wanted to with this roll. We had a 4-3, 6-2 turned into a 4-3. So we started out as a 6-2, 4, 6-2, 6-3, and ended up as a for Dre. Uh, Not the best of so we actually were down 900. We started with 2000. We were up again yesterday and today. The seven's been very dominant. I need to go ahead and start figuring out what is it that I'm doing, because for some reason it's being very dominant. They fall at good times, especially when you're doing a come out rolls, but they're becoming very dominant yesterday and today. So I need to kind of self assess my grips and my releases. I think I have an idea of what is it that I'm doing. Most of the times when I release my dice, I like my arm to be parallel, and right now they're kind of more, a little bit more of an angle up or down. So I need to make sure, practice a little bit later on today after we go out and eat something. Also, take a break. If you're at the casino table and you're losing money, go take a break, go eat, go do something, and then come back. So we'll be signing off. Probably later on today, we'll have one more session. But between these sessions, I'll probably come to the table and kind of just analyze my tosses and just making sure that my release is on point, because it does distract me when I'm chatting. But it kind of also helps me out that I'm at the real tables. People start chatting and talking, and they're happy and high fiving, trying to get me into that mentality. Is okay. Got distracted a little. Let me focus back into the game. But then, once again, I'll put on YouTube what the time we'll have for next session, and probably will be a $10 table instead of a $15 table, and the buy-in will be 2,000. So tune in if you have some time later on today. Feel free to just join us and have a great day. Signing off. Bye bye.